Welcome to Ed Fluential Sports, where passion meets precision. As I'm your host, Ed, diving deep into the plays, players, and stories shaping the game. And today I'm recapping the MLV Championship Major League Volleyball. Meant to get this out on Sunday, but busy day, getting back home, unpacking stuff like that. And so getting it out on Monday, then I have another video, a golf video later today. That'll be out like 6 p.m. Eastern. So this will be out. This will be coming out at 10 a.m. Not 6 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. Since I'm back home, this will be coming out at 10 a.m. Central time. But anyways, let's get into this game, match, whatever you want to call it. Had the number 2 seeded Dallas Pulse taking on the number 4 Omaha Supernovas. As I mentioned in the last video, 3 years into the MLV and 3 straight years where the first seed lost in the first round. And so yeah, and then there was a 5-set game too. Omaha beat the Indy Ignite in 5 sets. Dallas beat San Diego in 4 sets, and they dominated in the last set in set 4. That was just a super dominant win. Won that pretty easily. Excuse me. Now to get into this game, back and forth first set. Like both teams, they was doing their thing. Neither team could really gain an edge throughout that first set. But then Omaha, they would break away towards the later half of the set. And they end up winning that set 25-20. And they took a 1-0 lead. So Omaha already carrying that momentum, upsetting the top team with the most wins in MLV history in a singular season. And now against 2 seed, they're already up 1-0, taking that first set. And then second set started pretty much the same. They was going, especially in the beginning, going back and forth, trading point for point, going blow for blow. It was 5-5 early on. So both teams just kept playing, kept doing their thing. Then this is the breakaway happened in the middle of the set. It was for Dallas. They ended up going up by 5, led like 18-13 at one point. Both teams did hit 20 though, as Omaha was able to battle back and even tie it at one point. But it came down to but it did come down to Dallas winning by 2. They won 25-23 in set 2. So even though they had a lead, it wasn't big. It was like a 5-point lead, like I said. Omaha battled back, kept it close, but it's now tied 1-1 up to this point as far as sets goes, as Dallas won this one by 2. They had set 3. Omaha, they went down early. And this Omaha didn't look great out the gates, but it was still early on. But they went down super early into the match, went into set 3. But then they responded with a 11-2 scoring run and was just super efficient. The hitting was amazing, and blocking was special. And Omaha, they won 25-15 in set 3. And this set wasn't close at all. Aside from the first few rallies, this wasn't really a close set. And that 11-2 run really opened up the game for them and put them ahead. And then in the fourth set, Dallas would completely flip the script and kind of give them that same punishment, leading 18-8 at one point. They led by 10 points, with dominating this set and won this set by double digits. So we didn't see both sets 3 and 4 won by double digits by the other team. Dallas won 25-13. They led by 12 at one point, which was the biggest lead of this game for either side. So they won that, and they forced the 5th set. So now it's 2-2 going into the 5th and final set to determine the winner. And this is great for volleyball. You always want, in sports, if you have a series, or even if it's just one game, you always want it to be close. Like this could have been, this would have ended if the champ, because I think last year's championship was a sweep. Out of the 5 sets, it didn't go set 4 or 5. So it's like, you always, like in the NBA, you want to see a 7-game series, or the NHL, MLB, you want to see 6-7-game series. In the NFL, you want to see a close game come down to a field goal or go to overtime. You don't want to see a blowout. It's nothing that's super crazy. Like in these sets, obviously, it was a couple of sets where it was blowouts, but both of them were game-changing sets. As Omaha, when they blew out Dallas in one set, that gave them the advantage, put them ahead, and you're thinking, oh wow, they'll probably win, they can close it out. And then Dallas responds with a dominant run, so that kind of cancels out, but it still makes it competitive, especially for the story of the game and the season. Excuse me, I just got done eating breakfast, so excuse me for burping so much. But then you had Dallas, then to start the 5th set, Dallas set the tone. They had the early lead. They wasn't letting go of it. They continued to control that pace throughout the fifth set. And while Omaha did do a little bit of scoring, it wasn't enough to get the win or even make it close, even or send it to extra points. There was one thing that we saw in both playoff games. For the MLV in both of the semifinals matchups, they had at least one set where it went to extra points. There wasn't a single set in the championship that went to extra points, and Dallas ended up winning 15-9 in set five. Because sets 1 through 4 is 25, first to 25. Then set five is first to 15, and that's what Dallas was able to do. Dallas was the first to get it done, and they won 15-9. They won the MLV championship. A really great performance from the Dallas Pulse, and some of their top players didn't even do much throughout this game. Like some of their top players had bad games. Like Mimi Collier, she didn't have her best game. This is one of her worst games of the season. She only had 11 points, 10 kills, and one block this game. Like she didn't do. She didn't have. No, she had 3 blocks, but she didn't do much of anything in this game. This was a rough performance for Mimi Collier. Um, Kristen Savage, she stepped up. She wasn't much of a factor all season, to be honest, but she was great in this game. 5 kills, 5 kills, 7 blocks. She was fantastic. Natalie Valentine Anderson, 18 digs, 43 assists. Like this team played really well, and they probably could have won in 4 sets if Mimi Collier played a little better. But you still got the win though, so you can't even be mad at it. It's just to see Dallas just shows you how deep this team was. Their inaugural season in the MLV, playing against these teams, and they won the championship. And your best player, she didn't perform her best, but you did have Sophie Malonda Diaz, who was fantastic in this game. But like I said, Mimi Collier, she wasn't great, but it didn't matter. The rest of the team stepped up when they needed to. And the player of the game is Sophie Malonda Diaz for them. She had she had 27 points, 62 total attacks, 7 blocks, 26 kills, 11 digs, and she won the MVP. Well, she won the championship game MVP. Well deserved. She was fantastic. She was everywhere. Whether it came to getting blocks, getting kills, having some great digs throughout the game, she did everything for that team. Was the best. She was the best player in this run for them through both games. Obviously, in the regular season, I spoke highly of Mimi Collier, which I still do. One game isn't going to change that, but gotta give. It's a toss up between who's the best on that team. Like that dynamic duo is insane. Then for Omaha, their first overall pick from last season, Mary Beeson, she came through. She was phenomenal in this game. 20 points, 42 total attacks, 8 blocks, 14 kills, 6 digs. She had a really good game. It clearly wasn't enough, but this is what you want to see out of the number one pick in your second season uh, in the playoffs back to back years. And you get to the championship game. You don't win it, but you still play fantastic and put your team in a position to potentially win. So, got to give her credit for that. Um, I'm trying to. Sarah Parsons had a great game as well. She had 19 digs, 12 kills, 4 blocks. She did her thing. I do think Kieran Reinhardt could have played a bit better. Um, Efficiency wasn't nothing crazy. It wasn't bad, but it could have been a little better. Had just 11 points to 20 total attacks. You had Brooke Nunaviller. She was great. 15 kills, 22 digs, 16 points, 7 blocks. Like Brooke Nunaviller played really well. It just came down to a few women needed to step up and didn't really and wasn't able to do that. Really, like Emily Londot, she could have played a bit better. Wasn't like I said, none of these women were terrible. It was just they could have played a bit better, and things could have changed. Sydney Hilly, I did expect a little bit more from, but overall, this was a good game by Omaha. I mean, they lost to the better team, like Dallas was ranked. They did finish as a 2 seed for a reason. But yeah, Mary Beeson, she's player of the game for Omaha, but player of the game in general for Dallas, definitely Sophie Malonda Diaz. And this was a great championship game. I enjoyed it from start to finish. And with that being said, leave a like on the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, and share for others to see.